Hi, welcome to today's Feature Spotlight. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Well, my name is Abby, in case we haven't met before. Really excited to have you all joining us today. So today I'm actually going to show you how to use service customizations to create personalized services for your spa. So I do want to start this out by saying that, while this webinar will be tailored more to spas specifically in terms of the types of services I'm going to be talking about, if you're offering other types of services, maybe you have a hair salon, barbershop, tattoo parlor, whatever it may be, you can still learn a ton from this webinar. So really excited to jump into the webinar today and talk all about service customizations. So let me go ahead and start sharing my Mangomint app and we'll go from there. Okay, I am sharing my app screen now. I'm in Mangomint. Just let me know if anybody can't see that. So before we kind of get too deep into service customizations, first, I just want to spend a minute talking about, what is service customizations? What can you do for your spa business with service customizations? So you can use service customizations to do a few things. You can use them to sell optional add-ons. You can also allow your clients to personalize their appointments, and you can collect information about their service preferences. So today, I'm really going to show you guys how to build a customized spa service from the ground up. And I'm also going to show you a few examples of other customizations that you could consider using for your spa business. So first, I actually want to show you guys how to add a few different customizations to our signature facial service that we have. So right now I'm in my calendar in the Mangomint app. But I'm actually going to head over to our settings, and then I'm going to go into our services where we can actually set these up. So what you need to do here is just go to settings. And then once we're here, we're just going to click on services. And then, of course, this is where we can manage all of our different services here. So I actually want to add some service customizations to the signature facial service that I have. So I'm going to go right here, and you can see I have the facials category, and I'm just going to click here on signature facial. So again, this is a service I did create previously. If you have any questions about setting up your services, definitely let us know. Our team will be happy to help you with that. But now that I've actually already made this service, I'm just going to jump right in and create a fully customized signature facial service with some optional enhancements. So I'm really going to show you guys just how fast and easy it is to set up these customizations. You can do this in minutes. So definitely don't, let this intimidate you. And also, now that we've had service customizations out for the last few months, we have a lot of different customers using this. And the customers I talk to kind of talk about how they say again and again that, once they get it set up initially, it's kind of good to go. So this is not something that you have to be going in and editing every day or even every week or anything like that. So it's definitely very much something that once you get it set up, you can really let it go and just tweak here and there as necessary. So again, don't be intimidated by the setup of this. So I'm here at my signature facial, and to actually start adding service customizations, I'm just going to go here and click on the customizations tab right here. So this is actually where we are going to create our first option group. You see here it says I can add an option group. When you see the word option group, all that means is it's simply a collection of related customization options. Something else that's really cool is that you can actually share option groups across services. So definitely keep that in mind as well. So let's go ahead and create our first option group. So I'm just going to click here for add option group. You see I have a few available here that I've already made, and we'll go through some of those in a minute. But right now I do want to create a new option group. So I'm just going to click create a new option group. And then I think what I'm going to do here is make an option group for facial enhancements. So, this would be a really great way to increase, or for facial enhancements. So this would be a really great way to increase your average sale price while also giving your clients a really personalized and luxurious experience. So I want to add a few different available enhancements that they can add to their facial service. So now we just need to go ahead and add the prompt for clients. So I'm just going to add this here, and I'm going to say, how would you like to enhance your facial? So we'll just put that in there. And then I do want to add the group name, so we can just add that. I'll just call this facial enhancements. And then from here, I'm just going to start adding some available options to this group. So let's go ahead and click add an option. And my first option name, I want to go ahead and add an option for LED light therapy. So I'm going to go here and add that as the option name. And then I do want to add a description here. And this is a really good tip for you guys. When you're setting up your different options within your option groups, especially when you're adding your description notes, when you go to add that, be really intentional about the descriptions that you're making. So, make sure you're clear and specific about what this option entails, like what it's doing for people. I would also recommend you try to avoid industry jargon when possible. Your clients may not understand what certain phrases mean, things like that. And also, make it sound enticing. Use a little bit of marketing flair. Definitely, help them see the benefits of choosing this particular option. So for this one, I've actually already, just to save some time, I've prepared a description already for the LED light therapy. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that in there. It's talking all about how boosting the experience with professional grade LED light therapy and some benefits, targeting acne, fighting inflammation, all of that good stuff. And then we do need to add a couple more things here. You can choose to change the service duration and the service price if you want to as well. So for this particular option, I am going to change the service duration, and I'm actually going to increase the duration by 30 minutes. And then I'm also going to go ahead and increase the service price. So we're going to enable that toggle as well. And then I'm going to increase the price by $40. So there we go. I'm now added that price increase. We do have some additional advanced options there as well, but I'm not going to use those for now. So I'm just going to go ahead and click add. And there we go. Super easy. I've added my first option to this option group. So now let's go ahead and add a couple more options to the group. So now I'm going to go ahead and add a second one here. And this one, I'm going to add a citrus facial peel. So let me go ahead and go here and click add option. And then I'm going to just add the option name, citrus facial peel. And then I'll go ahead and add the description that I prepared. And again, clients are going to see this description in online booking. So make sure it sounds enticing and that is descriptive of what this option is going to do for them. Okay, I've added that. And then I just need to adjust the service duration and the price as I see fit. So I'm going to go ahead and change the service duration. I'm going to increase the duration by 15 minutes. And then I'm going to go ahead and change the service price, and I'm going to have it be an upcharge of $30. So we'll go ahead and add that and then save it. So really easy. I now have my second option in that group. I'm just going to continue going through here and adding a couple more options. So now I'm going to add an option for a face and a neck massage here. So there we go. That's a little bit too long. I'll just call it face neck massage. Perfect. And then again, I'm going to add the description. So we'll just put that in there. You can see what that says, and we'll look at this in online booking as well. And then I'm just going to adjust the service duration. I'm going to have this particular option increase the duration by 20 minutes. And then I'm going to have it change the service price and increase that by $25. Okay, there we go. And then I'll just add it. And then now I think I want to add one for a repair mask. So let's go ahead and add that. This will be another great enhancement for our facial. So we'll just add deep repair mask right there. And then I'll go ahead and add my prepared description. And I love these descriptions. You can have fun with this. You can even make this match your brand. If you have a particular brand voice and tone that you use on your website, you can kind of make that description match that as well. So feel free to get a little bit creative with that too. And then I'll go ahead and have this one increase the service duration by 15 minutes. And then I'll change the service price by $20. So that will be increased as well. Of course, if you have certain options that decrease the duration or the price, you can obviously choose that too. Okay, I'll add that. So now I have 4 of those. Let me just add one final option to the group just so you can continue to see how easy it is to add these. So let's add one more option for an eye treatment. So we'll go ahead and add that there. And then we'll just pop our description in. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to increase the duration by 15 minutes. And then I'm going to change the service price and increase that by $30 for this eye treatment here. And then we'll just go ahead and click add. All right, so now we have 5 different available options here in the facial enhancements option group that we've set up. Now we just want to finish the setup here. You'll see here that we do need to choose whether this group is required or optional because I'm considering these just kind of optional enhancements. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and just choose optional. So I'll just do that. And then you can have people select at most if you want a maximum number that they can select. I'm not going to have a specific limit, so I'm just going to leave that blank for no limit there. And then there are some additional advanced options here. I won't go too in the weeds on those right now, but definitely take a look at these as well, especially if you're already using the feature and maybe you're not yet familiar with some of these more advanced settings. Definitely check these out and let our team know if you have any questions about these because you can do a lot of really cool stuff with these advanced options here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save that. And there we go. I now have my facial enhancements option group. I've made all of those and I have 5 different great enhancements available in that group that clients can add when they go to book online. So now that we're done with that option group, I'm going to show you guys how to quickly create a second option group. Let's say we want to add another option group for the signature facial where they can actually choose some waxing add-ons, for example. So what we're going to do is add a new option group, and these are actually going to display in a separate group of add-ons. So what I'm going to do right now is click add an option group, and then I'm just going to click create a new option group just like we did before. And then we'll just continue to fill this out. So I'll go ahead and add the group name and the prompt for clients. So for the prompt for clients, I'm just going to add this. It'll say choose waxing add-ons for your service. And then we'll just need to add the group name. So I'm going to call this waxing add-ons. There we go. And then I'm just going to add 3 different available options here. So this one will have a bit less options. So let's go ahead and add the first one. For the first one, I'm just going to add a lip wax. And this one is going to add 5 minutes to the service. And then it's also going to change the service price. So it's going to increase the price by $15. And we'll just add that. And then I'm going to continue adding these. So let's go ahead and also add a brow wax option here. Okay, and that's going to increase the duration by 20 minutes. And then it's also going to change the service price, and we'll add $30. And then let's just add one more. So for the last one, let's go ahead and add a nose wax. Clean up those nose hairs. So then we'll go ahead and change the service duration. We'll just add 5 minutes for that. And then we are going to change the service price as well, and we'll just increase that by $15. Go ahead and add that. So now we have 3 different available options for our waxing add-ons group here. Similar as before, we need to decide if it's required or optional. For these ones, again, I'm going to make these optional. They don't need to get any waxing services if clients do not want to. So we'll go ahead and just leave that as optional. And then we're not going to use the advanced options for this one. So we'll just go ahead and save that. Okay, perfect. So there we go. We built out our signature facial service. It has a couple different available option groups and optional enhancements and add-ons that clients can choose. So now I want to show you guys what all of this looks like in online booking. So to actually see what this will look like in online booking, we have this really handy link right here where it says, click here to preview customizations in online booking. So I'm just going to go ahead and click that. And then I'm going to switch screens here and show you guys what that looks like. Okay, and that'll just take a second to come up here. Perfect. So I think all of you guys can see that now. So here is what my signature facial service looks like in online booking now that we've added all of these different enhancements. So as you can see here, we have the first option group we added. How would you like to enhance your facial? We can see all of the different options we added here, as well as all those really nice descriptions that we added previously. We can see all of that right here. So, as you're a client going through online booking, you can read through these and read about all the different benefits and get excited about maybe adding some of these to your service. And then if you scroll down here, we can also see the waxing add-ons that we added as well. So clients can easily go through here and just choose these. So if I was to pretend to go ahead and book this, I would just go through. Maybe I want to choose LED light therapy. And I also want to get an eye treatment, for example. So I can just go ahead and click on those ones. And then let's say I also want to add the lip wax. I'll go ahead and just check that. And then I'll just hit continue. And we can just go ahead and book it right here. Okay, I'll just look for an afternoon appointment. And then I will go ahead and book this. I have my information already here. And the really nice thing here, what you guys will notice up top here, as the client booking, you can see exactly what additional add-ons and enhancements I chose there. So you can see I added the LED light therapy, the eye treatment, and the lip wax. That's really nice as well, just to kind of reinforce the choices that you made there. And you can see the total price with all those additional upcharges for the different enhancements as well. And then we'll just agree to the cancellation policy and book now. And there we go. It says we're booked. We get this really nice confirmation. And again, in this confirmation, we can also see that we booked the signature facial with all those different enhancements listed out. So it's really nice for the client's perspective as well. As they go through that, it's really clean. And you can also, of course, choose in the settings whether you want them to actually see the service duration changes, the price changes, all of that. You have full control over all of that with service customization. So that's really nice as well. Okay, so let me go ahead and switch back to the Mangomint app, and then I'll show you a few other ideas for customizations for your spa that I made. Okay, and again, let me know if anybody cannot see the screen. So now we're back here in the Mangomint app looking at our signature facial. But I also want to show you guys, a few other customization options that I already made previously to give you a few more ideas for some other customizations that you could make for your spa. So another idea that I had is that you can create a customization group for massage focus areas for your various massage services that you might offer at your spa. So let's now go ahead and we're going to leave the facials category and actually go here. Just scroll down to where I have some massages. So here's where I have a lot of different massage services set up. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Swedish massage. Again, this is a service I already made previously, and I can show you a couple different customizations that I've added to this. So what we can do here is this first one for massage focus areas. This, I think, is really a perfect way to find out in advance of the actual massage, which areas the client would like to focus on. Maybe they had a specific type of tension or pain in one specific area on their body, or there's a couple problem areas that they really want to target. So you can use our service customizations to let you know that in advance so that the provider already knows that going into the appointment. So what we can do here is I'm just going to click on this option group that I've already made before. So we'll click on massage focus areas. And as you can see here, I have the prompt for the clients. Please select your preferred massage focus areas. I have my group name, massage focus areas, and then a lot of different available options here. So I just put some of the most common ones that they would choose for massage. We've got head, neck, shoulders, arms and hands, legs, back, feet, whatever it may be. And you could have additional options there. As you can see, you can add quite a few if you need to. So you don't need to stop there if you wanted to add additional options. And then for this one, because this is for massage focus areas for this Swedish massage service, kind of unlike the other option groups I showed you where those were optional, for this one, I did want to make this required because I do want people to be required to let us know at least, at minimum one treatment area that they want for their massage. So I clicked required and then I just said select at least one and select at most 3. So they can have up to 3 different massage focus areas during the appointment. Obviously, they can discuss with the provider if there's other areas they want to target, but we'll just have them choose 3 that they put here for focus areas. So we'll just go ahead. We can save that again. We didn't really change anything there, but just to show you guys what that looks like. And then now that I've kind of showed you the massage focus areas option group, I want to also just show you guys what it looks like on the calendar when someone has booked an appointment that has these massage focus areas. So what I'm now going to do is jump over to our calendar. We'll go here to the calendar. And then I'm just going to find an appointment that I booked today for Wendy Cooper. So she's actually coming in right now at 3 p.m. for the Swedish massage. And so she booked this previously, but what you can see here is that we can see the customization options right here. And there's actually a few more that she picked out. We'll talk about those in a second, but you can see that her treatment areas are right here. So she would like to focus on shoulders and back during her massage. So this is really nice. You know, as that appointment is starting, you can check in, put her in service. The provider who is actually the staff member who's doing this service can check this, you know, prior and see exactly what she wants to focus on. So super easy for your staff members as well. And something else that's cool about this, another idea for your spa is that, especially if you're offering massages, you could kind of flip this around, for example, and you could use this option group to also ask clients, you know, what areas they would like the therapist to avoid during the massage treatment, for example. So maybe they have specific areas, maybe they've had a recent injury or something, and they've been advised not to have massage on that particular area for a certain period of time. So you can actually use it both ways. You know, you can have maybe two different option groups. You could have one for areas to focus on, and then you can have another option group for areas, any areas that they want to avoid during the massage as well. And you could put both of those in the online booking flow. So it'll be really nice for your clients who are coming in. Okay, so that is that option group. I also want to talk to you guys a little bit about, you know, how you can let your clients customize the communication during their appointments, kind of dictate their communication preferences. So let me go back here to settings, and then I'm going to go back to services here. And I'm just going to go to massages and click back on the Swedish massage. And then we're just going to click on customization. So this is really nice. You know, a lot of you are looking to really make sure you tailor the appointment and the entire experience really to your client's preferences, but especially when it comes to how they want to be communicated with during the appointment. So, you know, as you guys all know, some of your spa clients coming in, they would much rather prefer to just sit back and relax and maybe even have full silence during the service. And they don't want to really get too chatty. They don't want to gossip. They don't want to talk or anything like that. But, you know, a lot of them, they're too polite to actually speak up and say anything. You know, even if they'd prefer to be quiet and just relax, they're not going to, you know, speak up and actually tell you that during the appointment. So with service customizations, it's actually really easy to let your clients indicate their preferences around all of this in advance during the online booking, and they can do it in a really streamlined way and a way that's not awkward for both the client or the staff member. So what I did here to kind of accommodate this scenario is I created a new option group for communication. So let's go ahead and click into that and check this one out. And so what we can see here is that I went ahead and I added a prompt for clients. So it says, what are your communication preferences during the appointment? And then I just called the group name communication. And then I just actually added 4 different available options here. So let's click on go with the flow. This is the first one I added. This one basically means, you know, we'll interact with you based on your social cues. It's kind of just if they're not really sure, just kind of let it happen organically, they would choose that option. And this, of course, it's not changing the service duration. It's not changing the price, anything like that. This is just a way to let them indicate their preferences. So we'll go ahead and close that out. And then, of course, for your client who is looking for full relaxation and silence, I added this option for a silent appointment. I prefer no conversation so I can chill out during my appointment. Go ahead and close that. And then a couple other options too. You know, if somebody's feeling really chatty, it's fun if they could actually let you know that. So I put one for let's chat. You know, I'm feeling social. Let's chat about anything and everything. And then the last one here, this is a really fun one. And we've actually heard that a lot of our customers have been using this with service customizations, this particular type of option. So there's one called Educate Me. So I wrote here, you know, please educate me about the products, tools and techniques that you're using throughout the service. So this is a really cool option to add here, especially if you get a lot of clients coming in who would prefer to actually be educated throughout the appointment. I know I'm that type of client. I really like when I can actually learn what they're doing, what they're using on me, why, they're using a particular technique, and soak in all that information. So this is a really cool one to add. And also, I love this one because if you add this type of, educate me option, it's a really great way for the service provider to feel a little bit more empowered to maybe bring up relevant product recommendations. For example, maybe during the facial, they might want to talk about some skincare product recommendations. And they can bring those up with the client in a really organic way. It's not going to feel salesy or anything like that. So definitely a cool option to consider for your spa. So let me go ahead and close that out. So that's just another option group I created. For this one, of course, I did make it required, and they can only select at minimum one and then select at most one, because we don't want them to choose different options here. Although if you wanted to let them, choose a couple here and you kind of mix between different communication preferences, you could do that as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and close out of that one. So that is the communication option group. And then, we've been talking about massages some, but I also want to give you just some more ideas. Let's say, for example, you're offering some manicures and pedicures at your spa. So I'm actually going to now go to our other services here, go up here to our nail services, and then I'm actually just going to click on pedicure. So let me go ahead and click that. And then what we can do is we're already here on the customizations tab. And let's go ahead and open up this nail add-ons option group that I added previously. So we'll go ahead and open that. The prompt for client is mani and pedi add-ons. Group name is just nail add-ons. And then you can see here, I added a few different available options. So we've got all of these additional ways to enhance your pedicure if you wanted to. We've got the exfoliating scrub, callus buster, reflexology session, all that good stuff here. So just some additional ideas for ways that you can enhance your manicures, pedicures, things like that. And for this one, I just made it optional, or of course, you can make it required if you wanted to. So super easy. And if I click into those, you can see I already adjusted all the duration changes, service price changes, all of that as well. So just some more ideas for you guys who are offering these types of services in your spa. Okay, we'll go ahead and close out of that. So I think this is a really great time to just check if we have any questions. I'm going to open up the chat here just to see what's been coming in. Oh, this is great. So I mentioned a bit earlier that you can link the option groups across services. So somebody's actually asking a related question to that. So can I reuse the same customization group across multiple services? So thank you for asking that question, Sarah. That's perfect. Kind of bringing it full circle because I did mention that earlier in the webinar. So yes, you can totally reuse the same customization group across multiple services. It's actually really easy to link them. And so let me show you how to do that right now. So let's just go back up here. I'm going to go back here to the facials category, and I'm just going to click on signature facial again. So what we can see now is we're in the customizations tab, and you can see, of course, the option groups that I added before. But let's say, for example, that you wanted to add that communication option group that we were just talking about that we had on our other service. We had that on the massage service. So let's say we want to add that to our signature facial. So super easy to do that. All you do is click on add an option group. So we'll just click this, and then this will give us this option to select an existing option group. And so I can go here, I can click on communication, and you can see here I have these available options. So again, it shows me a preview of what I already set up just to kind of jog my memory. So I don't need to click into that separately. I can see it all right there. And then all I need to do is actually just click link this option group. And another thing to point out before we link it, you can see what other services are using this option group as well. So that's super nice. So we'll go ahead and just click link this option group. And there we go. Now that is linked there. So that has been added here as well. So now this is in multiple different services that we're offering. Of course, if I wanted to go back here, I could add another one here, whichever one would make sense. So that's super easy to do. Okay, let me see. I do see another question that came in here. So somebody has just asked, can I exclude a staff member from a customization option? So another excellent question. Glad that came up. So yes, this is really easy to do. The first kind of immediate, one use case that comes to mind here where you might want to exclude a staff member. Maybe you have certain staff members, for example, that, don't provide a certain customization for a service. You can easily exclude them. Another use case that comes to mind here is maybe you have certain staff members, for example, that only want to take on existing clients and online bookings. So they're not looking to take on new clients at this time. Their calendars are full. They don't need new clients right now, or they just don't have the bandwidth. So we do actually have a setting in our service customizations that allows you to exclude specific staff members from a customization. I can show you that real quickly before we wrap up here. So what I'll do now is actually, let me go back to my Swedish massage here. And we'll go ahead and click in here. And you can actually see I did previously create an option group just for that use case of somebody who doesn't want to take on new clients. So we do have right here this new client option group. Let me go ahead and click into this. And so this one says, have you visited us before? That's the prompt for clients. The group name is just new client. And then we have two options here. Yes, I'm an existing client, or no, I'm new here. And so if you click this one, existing client, there's nothing special on this one. This is not excluding any staff members. However, if we open up the no, I'm new here, so they would again choose this if they are a new client, we do see that we went ahead and enabled this toggle to exclude some staff members. And so as you can see here, we're excluding both Stella and Harriet. So that means if somebody comes in and they're selecting a service that has this particular customization on it, and they do select this option, no, I'm new here, that means that when they go to book that, they will not be able to book this actual service with Stella or Harriet. So they'll automatically be excluded from the online booking. So that's another kind of fun, creative way to use customizations for, specific scenarios like that. When you have a staff member who doesn't want to take on new clients, or you have a staff member who, doesn't perform a particular customization option, things like that. So excellent question as well. I'm glad you brought that one up. Okay, well, I think we're nearing the end of our time here, and we have gone through all of our questions. So I think this is a really good place to wrap up our feature spotlight today. So thank you again so much for everybody for joining. If you're using Mangomint already and you have any questions about how to set up service customizations for your spa or any other type of business that you're running, definitely feel free to start a chat from inside the app with our support team. We'll be happy to help out. We also have a ton of really good resources about service customizations, multiple different webinars on this topic, and then also a ton of great articles in our Learning Center. And, if you're not using Mangomint yet and you really want to take a deep dive with a product expert, then go ahead and jump over to mangomint.com, and you can actually book a live demo there with a product expert, and we'll spend time going through all your questions, and we can dive in on this in even greater detail and talk about your specific business. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning into today's webinar. Had a great time with you all. Thank you so much. We'll see you later. Bye.